Are Barcelona broke or what? Because did you guys see that report that PSG bid 200 million euros for Lamine Yamal and Barca have rejected it because they view him as untouchable? I mean, come on now. I've been saying this for the longest time that Barcelona have been lying about their finances. They are not as broke as what they want you guys to believe. I think they're lying because they don't want to be overcharged when trying to buy players. So they're trying to make it seem like they don't have the funds so that teams don't slap certain price tags on players that Barcelona might want to go in for. But you can't tell me that you're in debt and you can't register players, you can't buy anybody, but then you can reject 200 million. This is no way. That's like you having a friend who always says that he's broke or he can never pay you back on time if you lend him money. But then he's on Instagram posting that he just copped some Yeezys off of StockX, or he's eating at a high-class restaurant, or he just bought some Versace or some Gucci. It's like, brother, are you broke or not? Do you have the bread or do you not have it? Clearly, Barcelona are in a financial situation where they can reject 200 million. Now, look, Lamine Yamal is a very good player. I can't lie. And I'm a Madrid fan. And he looks like the truth. He looks like a world-class player in the making. But paying 200 million for him is crazy. I don't believe that PSG actually bid this. No way in hell would anybody right now send Barca a 200 million offer for Lamine Yamal. Come on now. That's just way too much. Transfer market has his value at 60 million. And I get it. If you did want to buy him, it would have to be a ridiculous price. But 200 M's? Let's be for real now. Obviously, PSG, they need to replace Mbappé because he's leaving at the end of the season. He's joining Real Madrid. And they're going to have to respond to that because you cannot lose a player of Mbappe's level for nothing. Their fans are going to be pissed off. There's going to be rioting. The PSG supporters, the ultras, they're going to be expecting their club to splash some cash this summer. And I think PSG will spend a lot of money. But 200 million on one player is ridiculous. But I do expect them to go out there and spend maybe 3 to 400 million. They got to buy 2 world-class attackers and maybe an attacking midfielder to replace Mbappé. Because there's really nobody that you can go get right now that will be able to replace his output unless you probably go get Mo Salah from Liverpool. But I think he's going to go to Saudi. So I don't even think that that's an option. So for the report saying that Lamine Yamal is viewed by PSG as an Mbappé replacement, he's not at that level yet. And I know that he looks good right now. He's performing really well. But let's not forget, people, Barca fans were gassing up Ansu Fati, gave him the number 10 after Messi left. He was the chosen one. And where is he at right now? Playing at Brighton, off the bench. The guy can't even get no PT. He's cooked. So while it's nice to see these kids burst onto the scene and they have a lot of potential and it's exciting, let's not act like he's just a guaranteed world-class baller. No, because as I said, he could end up like Fati, or he can get injured. Barcelona will play him a lot. You see what's happening to Pedri right now. The guy's hamstrings is made out of Swiss cheese. They were running him into the ground. He played 1 year like 60-plus games. So Barca have to do a better job of managing this kid because he's still growing. His body is still trying to develop. And if you're going to be having him out there week in, week out, playing heavy minutes, that could actually hurt him. So we'll see how he pans out. But as of right now, if you're a Barca fan, you have to be really happy with what you see. And I think that he does have that potential. But I think 200 million for him is ridiculous. No way do I actually believe that PSG sent in an offer of that high. I'm not saying that they're not interested, but 200 M's is crazy. Because Paris need a player that can come in and produce immediately. Lamine Yamal next season is going to be like 17 years old. How could you put all that pressure on him to replace Mbappé? That wouldn't work out, in my opinion. I think he wouldn't reach those levels if he has to go to PSG and be the number one guy that everybody's relying on. No, I think PSG, they need to go sign Rafael Leao and Victor Osimhen. And then maybe Bernardo Silva from Man City. Like, they need multiple players to come in and replace Mbappé. But, I mean, look, before I end this video, PSG, I did say that I think their transfer strategy is going to be to target young players. Because you already see, there's reports that, what's the guy's name? Warren Zaire-Emery and Xavi Simons are going to be the face of the club. That's who they want to build around. Two very young talents that are potentially going to become world class, right? I mean, some people could argue that Warren Zaire-Emery is damn near there already. He's super young as well. But they might want to do a youth movement and develop these players themselves. That way they can build a better overall team, because they weren't able to win a Champions League when they had Mbappé, Neymar, Messi. So obviously having the three big superstar name players, it didn't really work out for them. So I think that they're going to try to go for like a younger team approach, get players with a lot of potential in every position, and then they can develop them and make them world class. Maybe that's what they're looking at. But I think 200 million for Lamine is ridiculous. But if this report is true, how the hell can Barcelona reject that if they're so broke and if they earn so much debt? Clearly not. If you could afford to not take that kind of money, don't believe Barcelona people. I'm telling you, these guys are lying. They're a top 5 club in world football in terms of money brought in every year. Barca are bringing in like 600 M's every single season in revenue. How could they still be broke? They sell a lot of merchandise. They sell a lot of tickets. They are arguably the second biggest club in the world. Do not believe them. They are lying. Barcelona are not broke. This is not the first report that we've seen about them rejecting huge money for one of their players. And I get it. If you're Barca, you still have to compete with Real Madrid. You still want to win the league. You still want to win the Champions League. So how do you do that while also having to manage your finances if you really don't have the money? Because then if you sell everybody, then you're not going to be as competitive. So I understand it. But then you're just not that financially restrained, because we saw the reports that Barca rejected 90 million from Bayern Munich for Ronald Arroyo. And I'm not saying that they should sell Lamine, and I'm not saying that they should sell Ronald. I think that I would keep those guys. But then I don't want to hear about how you don't have any money when you could reject almost 300 million. Would that not clear whatever debt Barca have? So, look, guys, get in the comment section. Let me know, though. Lamine Yamal, what do you think about him? And do you think he should go to PSG? Would that be a good signing for them? I don't think so. They need to let this guy develop, and they got to stop playing him so many minutes. But he's been crucial for them this season. He has been one of their best players. I mean, he's basically benched Rafinha. Like, Rafinha come in, 60 million pound player, or euros, whatever the hell you want to say. And this academy guy that's coming to the team just this season after Ousmane Dembele left has benched him. Crazy. Lamine Yamal has that potential. I just don't know if I'm sold on him, though, because, again, the same thing was said with Ansu Fati, who even got the number 10 after Messi left, and the guy is holding bench at Brighton. Get in the comment section, people. Don't forget to smash that like button, share, subscribe. I'm out.